I wrote this song for my mother when she was maybe 62. And my father passed away, and I thought that maybe my mother would move on and meet someone else. I hoped she would. And so I was kind of encouraging her to go out and to hang out and to, go and live her life now that her husband had passed. And, they loved each other, but, there was, I think she felt free when he passed, as much as she felt sorrow. But she didn't move on. She just kind of followed him, actually, really. But my mother was always very, she would always, like the lights going out, she would always be the one who would do that. She loved a laugh. She was the best fun. She could talk to anybody. She just spoke, when we met Renee, she would just talk to anybody. She loved people. She loved people. She loved people. She had great curiosity about people. She wanted to know about people, and know about their lives. Anyway, I was, unfortunately, as a musician and as a traveling musician, actually right now my very close friend of mine is dying in Dublin, and probably dying tonight, and it's very hard to be away from friends. Especially as a traveling person, you have to kind of show up and you have to be true. And luckily, I have a job where I can be emotional while I do it, so that's good. But anyway, when my mother passed, I was in France, and I got a phone call to say that she'd gone, and I was very, very sad, but I was also relieved because my mom was very lonely. Because you remember during COVID, they locked everybody away, and my mother had emphysema from smoking. She smoked her whole life. And they had her locked away in this room, and they were afraid that she would get COVID. But in the fear of her getting sick, they killed her with loneliness, because my mother needed people. She needed stimulation. She needed conversation. And so I think a lot of people during that time probably died, not of COVID, but of just sadness. But anyway, so I jumped on a ferry. I drove directly, got into my car and I drove directly to the ferry back to Ireland. It's a ferry from Cherbourg to Dublin, and I made it in time, and I was on the boat with Myra, my wife, and we were standing up on deck. It was a beautiful day. It was July 14th. It was a beautiful, completely calm sea. Sun was shining. Incredible thing was, we were on deck maybe an hour after we sailed. And we were out at sea, and the boat was at full steam, full. There was nobody on the deck. It was really strange. It was a beautiful evening, but everyone was just below. And I stood on the deck with Myra, and there was a bird. This song is called Bird of Sorrow. And there was a seagull flying directly above the prow of the boat, but like way up, a couple of 100 yards above the ship. But just one gull was flying at the front of the boat, and I in my kind of the poignant moment, I said, there she is. I said to Myra, there she is. The bird, my mom, she's with us. And just as I said it, shit. from head to toe. Completely covered in my mouth, in my eyes, somehow in my nostrils. I don't know how it got up there. But just shit, completely from head to toe. And Myra wasn't touched. No shit on Myra. No shit on the deck. Like there was literally nothing on the deck. Just me covered. And I just fell around laughing. Because it was her. It was exactly what she was doing. This is for anybody who's ever had a good laugh when something terrible happens. It's very important. turn. Even if a day feels too long and you feel like you can't wait another one, and you're surely giving up on everything, love is gonna find you again. Love is gonna find you. You better be ready then. Yeah, you've been kneeling in the dark for far too long. You've been praying for that spark, but it hasn't come. Yeah, well, I'm calling to you, please, get off the floor. Love is gonna find you again. Love is gonna find you. Just be ready then. You're tethered to a word of sorrow, to a voice that's buried in the hollow. You've given over to self-deceiving. You're prostrate by but not believing. You've squandered more than you could borrow. Bet your joys on all tomorrows for the hope of some returning while everything around you is burning. Come on, we gotta get out of this mess with me. And still for all the talking, do we ever say it straight? Or will we leave this up to chance like we do everything? The good heart's gonna find you again. The good heart will find you. Just you be ready then. Oh, you're tethered to a word of sorrow, to a voice that's buried in the hollow. You're given over to self-deceiving. You're prostrate by but not believing. You've squandered more than you could borrow. Bet your joys on